Well, hey there, Reclaimers. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we wanted to drop you just a short video to let you know how thankful we are for you. For this past year, for subscribing, for reading the blogs, for following us on social media, for donating, and also for being a part of all of the many fundraisers that we had this last year. So we are so thankful for you, and we wanted you to know that. We also wanted to give you a sneak peek of some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes of Reclaim Story. I have to be honest, I am learning how to communicate all of this, right? I'm learning even some social media platforms I had no clue of just 6 months ago. So we want to give you kind of a behind the scenes VIP look at what God has been doing and the story he is telling through Reclaim Story over this past year. One, many of you know that we have been a huge part of launching a pregnancy center here in Tucson, and it's called With You Tucson Ministries. Well, we are happy to report that not only is it its own nonprofit organization now, but we were able to write a check for over $14,000 to help start that ministry. And they're going to provide mentoring to moms who find themselves in unexpected pregnancy. So we are so excited for what God has in store for them. We're going to serve on their board, and we are going to continue doing what God has led us to do through Reclaim Story. Part of Reclaim Story has been helping women find hope and healing when they find themselves stuck in parts of their story. And that has been a really big blessing. God has sent people to us who have found themselves with pregnancies and they were considering abortion and yet have chosen life. They've chosen to reclaim that decision. We have connected with families who we needed to help place a baby in a foster home where they could be adopted. And we've gotten to be a part of that. These are all big God stories that we've been allowed to just play a small piece in. And we've been working with the Abortion Survivors Network, where I've been able to facilitate groups and learn and grow in community with other survivors. And that has been a really amazing experience. That has opened up doors to use my voice as a survivor for different things with laws and different interviews, podcasts, and things where I've been able to help humanize the unborn. And that's been a lot of fun. And you know what it's time for now? It's time for us to really focus on what is Reclaim Story. God has given us a lot of avenues because there's a lot of ways that women can reclaim their story. There's women who have found themselves with past trauma. There's women who have found themselves experiencing an abortion. There's women who have experienced divorce or illnesses, abuse, and those are the women that we feel called to minister to. And we're so excited to just meet them in their story and walk with them. And so part of the way that we've done that is just a month ago, we were part of Reclaiming Hope, which was a local trauma conference here in Tucson, Arizona. And we got to be a part with a couple of other local organizations of equipping first responders, pastors, counselors, educators, foster care families, and how to deal with people who have had trauma in their lives. And that was a great experience. We had over 250 people come, 3 different foreign countries attend, and 11 different states. So that's part of what God has had us doing with Reclaim Story. And now here's the most exciting piece, is this next phase. 2 months ago, God brought me one of the greatest gifts, and that is Nancy Nelson. And we are so excited to have Nancy Nelson as the executive assistant for Reclaim Story. She is an amazing thought partner and organizer and systems manager. So the way I like to see it is we've been building a house. And we've been building a house that we would love for you to come into and for you to have everything put in its place and be beautiful for you to enjoy time in, which is the ministry of Reclaim Story. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been decorating, we've been painting and putting in the floors, and we've been dealing with a lot of dust as we try to learn tech stuff, okay? It's been a lot of fun, a lot of work behind the scenes. But in a couple of weeks, we have the privilege of launching a brand new website for Reclaim Story, which is going to allow you the opportunity to become involved in a safe community with other women who are also struggling and wrestling with parts of their story and who are coming to find healing and hope. And we get to all lock arms and do real life together. And that is the mission behind Reclaim Story, to help women reclaim their story. To reclaim is to rescue and restore. And isn't that the entire theme of the Bible, right? And so we want to give people that hope through Christ, that we have found ourselves, and even the ways that we're still walking out and learning and growing in our own stories. We want to meet people in theirs. And so we are so excited about what's to come. I'm going to be sharing again with you another update next week. So a little bit more coming out next week. We're going to tie up some loose ends. If you noticed, we did pause our blog content, and I'm so sorry for that. For 5 weeks, we have paused. I've kept track every single week. I have missed putting out content for you guys for that. But we're going to be picking that back up again. So you'll have weekly blog content along with a bunch of other things that some of which we'll tell you about next week. So we're working behind the scenes, and we really just wanted to let you know how thankful we are for you and to give you an update on all that God is doing and the story that he is telling through Reclaim Story. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving with whoever you are sharing that with, and we will see you next week.